late because I was finally finishing my filming for YouTube today, this morning. So let's get going. Good morning, YouTube, and good morning, TikTok. You are watching Live with LWL, Lindsay with Love, and today is Friday, January 17th, 2025. If you are new to my show, welcome. I'm an energy artist and ascension guide with the sole mission of raising the frequency of the planet, and I do that by reminding you of how powerful you are from an energetic perspective. I teach you how to use your natural energy to manifest anything you want in your life. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. I'm getting better and better at my good morning intro, and I'm very proud of that. Jewel says, I know. VIP Jewel says, work meetings keep me away. Oh, womp womp. I get that, though. Yeah, I get that. No worries, no worries. You can always catch me, guys, on replay on YouTube at I'm Lindsay with Love. And if you do decide to catch me on replay, will you please, please, please subscribe to my channel as well, because I'm growing out that platform and think I can reach an even greater audience there as well. VIP Deborah's in the house. Michael V. Art, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. All right, you guys. VIP Deborah, thanks for the gift. Fit Glow, welcome to the chat. Tara Marie, thank you for the heart me. Thanks for being here. You guys, we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. S1971, welcome to the chat. Thanks for the team bracelets. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh, you guys are ready and raring to go this morning on a Friday. I love that. Thank you, Lala, for all the likes. Thank you. All right. All right, quick announcements, you guys. The Manifesting Club doors are open. It's $11 a month to join. We manifest next together on the new moon energy of January, new moon, January 29th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for the happy Friday, VIP Deborah. That is very sweet of you. I love that. So we're manifesting together on the 29th of January, new moon energy, super powerful place to be and spend your time. If you're interested in joining my spiritual community, it is called the Cosmic Collective, and it is a membership. Good morning, Argo Show on YouTube. Welcome to the chat. It is a very powerful place to spend your time. You will change your life inside of that group, that community. I can almost guarantee it. Assuming you put in the effort, you will change your life there. So you may want to check that out as well. I do have some Cosmic Collective members in this chat, so if you guys want to hype it up, feel free, but no obligation. VIP Catherine in the house. Good morning, my friend. Noelle's in the house. Chef Shay is in the house. Mashia, I think Mashia is how you say your name. Liz is in the house. Welcome. If you're new here, please say hello so I can say hello to you, because people come and go, right? People come and go. You guys, for those of you that have been following along on my Spiritual Journey Week 2 vlog video will be posted today on YouTube. And I was just editing it and it was so much fun. So thank you, Lala, for that. VIP Deborah says, I'll tell you what she's saying is true. It's been changing our lives for the better. Thank you, VIP Deborah, for that. Yeah, VIP Deborah, you're blasting off. Hello, you're a newbie, Mrs. K. Brenda, welcome to the chat. Thanks for saying hi to me. Thanks for saying hi. All right, you guys. So if you've been following along with me, you know that today's been this week has been wild and crazy, energetically speaking, right? Energetically speaking, a little wild and crazy. Tink, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the follow. VIP Ali, yep, I just saw this comment. I don't know if I saw any, I maybe missed them, but I didn't see your name come through at all until just now. So, but yes, I can see this one. All right, so I was just filming a little bit more for my vlog. If you are interested in what a spiritual awakening looks like, then check me out on YouTube. I'm posting weekly vlog videos. Outlining what is happening for me from an energetic perspective. I had my spiritual awakening in 2019. My Kundalini rose about 3 months after I woke up. It was fast and furious. I experienced what I would call almost a near-death experience in 2021. My clairaudience, I realized I was clairaudient. I don't want to say it turned on, because I realized for the first time I was clairaudient in 2021 as well, and I've been healing people and helping people transform their lives ever since. So super powerful, super fun, and now I'm on a journey of deepening myself and deepening my energy and really connecting at a greater capacity. So if you're interested in like understanding what the heck that looks like, I am taking you on my journey with me. So VIP Ellie says, I was saying I'm excited to see how the Akashic Record experience went yesterday. Oh my gosh. Well, for those inside of the Cosmic Collective, that are willing to just share, you don't have to share the details, right? Because it's a very personal thing, but share maybe how you feel today. I'm curious to know how you feel today as well. I feel great. But after yesterday, when I was feeling really great, my website crashed. So there's that. You guys, it's just been such a crazy energetic week. It really has. And sometimes you just have to laugh through it. I will say that for the most part, I'm not a drinker because I don't really have time to drink in my life. But once in a while, I enjoy a glass of wine on the weekends maybe, or the weeks where I'm not working with any of my clients in any capacity, maybe a glass of wine with dinner. And right now, my partner and I are doing like no drinking for however long. We're just getting healthier, we're detoxing, all those things. And I was like, maybe between my really crazy day on Wednesday and my website crashing last night, I was like, you know what, a glass of wine would sound so nice. It really would. It would feel good. But I was like, you know what, maybe this is the test. Maybe the energetic test is not my website crashing. Maybe the test is, okay, this is the night that you would actually maybe want to really have a drink. And so I said, nope. I'm going to pass the test, universe. Thank you for that. Hi, friends at school just listening in. Oh, yeah, VIP Catherine is listening. And me too. I did that last night. Yeah, I did not. I was like, you know what? I'm going to beat this test. I will win and I will prevail. And I'm showing God, Source, Universe, Creator that I'm dead serious about deepening my spirituality. So I win. Lindsay 1, Universe 0. Yeah, but running an entire business, you really don't have time to partake in those types of extracurricular activities anymore. So it's few and far between anyway, but I was just like, oh, this would be the night. So then I said, you know what, I'm going to buy some adaptogens and go that route because it's healthy for you. And it also gives the same effect on the body, but it doesn't give all the like kind of poison that is alcohol. So, okay, that's what I'll go with. No low vibe drinks. Yep, exactly, Lala, exactly. Because I was already like frustrated, and then you think it's not going to make you feel any better. Temporarily for a moment maybe, but then it's like for what, right? For what? So we had dinner, we hung out, we snuggled, we went to bed. I actually went to bed really early again last night because, you know, after my website crashing for a good 4 hours and me trying to figure it out, and then I fixed it, but only the home page. Then it kept crashing. Then I fixed it and my cart page was gone. So I was like, well, if somebody wants to buy something, there's no cart page. So there was a lot happening. And I was like, I feel like this is a very interesting test. And when you're aware, you know the tests. So I was like, okay, I'll beat this one. I'll win. All right, you guys, let's get on with the show today. My hope today is that we have Casual Friday. Lindsay's still in corporate lingo, Casual Friday. We're wearing our bathrobes and our jeans. VIP Ali says, well, I won't make excuses. I don't drink ever really, but had one last night. I don't regret my choice. Yeah, not anything. Two separate scenarios, right, Allie? VIP Allie, two separate scenarios. I just knew it was a test. I just could feel it. And I was like, okay, well, I could cave or I could just stand in my energy. Because the tests come, and if you stand in your energy, then you win in that, you create that frequency. But if the tests come and you don't, but if it's an intentional choice and you're like, it's one moment in months that I've done this or whatever, I think balance is key, right? Balance is key. Choice. It was chaos with my kids. Yeah, exactly. I'm super proud of you. That's amazing. Hey, Lady Go Diver, welcome to the chat. Shay Shay's in the house. Hey, Shay Shay. Oh my gosh, so many new people, or so many people here. All right, so let's keep going with Florence Scovel Shinn, you guys. We are so close to being done with this book that I think we might as well do our best to finish it. We are at, oh, I don't know what percentage we're at, but we're almost there. Let me see if I go out and go back in. We are at, well, 88%. Oh, that's a nice number, 88%. Shay Shay, thank you for, hey there, host. Well, welcome to the chat, Shay Shay. Hey, Shay Shay, how did your live go yesterday? Tony's in the house. Hey, Tony. For those that were inside of the Akashic Record journey yesterday, that are in my Cosmic Collective members that are here, VIP Ali was asking, how did it go? Now, this is not to say you have to share everything that you experienced, but maybe you could share that it was how you felt about it. Was it unexpected? Was it exciting? Was it scary? Was it thrilling? Like, whatever. What one Mel Robbins book would you recommend as your favorite? I have not read a single one. I have not read a single one, so I have no favorites. I really have not. I know Mel Robbins. The only reason I know Mel Robbins is because one time I watched a TED Talk of her saying 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. That is like, and I watched her interview with Dr. James Doty, which is how we're manifesting together. And I did that because I was kind of nudged by VIP Aaron, who I don't think is in the chat yet. But that's the only reason. I'm not in her world. But also, you guys, I view myself as a creator more so than a consumer. And yes, I consume other people's knowledge, but then I use it and twist it to myself. So I try my best to just create my own content, or like, you know, talk through it. But yeah, I don't know. Just wanted to feel the energy behind it. Yeah. Let's see. Hold on, you guys. I need to plug my phone in. Uh-oh. And my cord is down here. 1 second, please. Oh, no, it's not. It's right. Okay. Dear Lord. You guys get a close-up of my head. Ah! Really? There we go. Okay. I'm going to plug my phone in, and then I'm going to take a moment to block this person who comes into my chat room saying weird crap. Go say weird crap on the internet to somebody else, not me. I'm not the girl. All right, Judah. Oh my gosh. Good morning, Judah. I hope you're doing well. It has been a hot minute since I've seen your name in my chat. You guys, a reminder that if people are weird to you on the internet, you just block them. Hello. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. So VIP Ellie is asking about the Akashic Record journey. Tony says it was enlightening. It was enlightening. Yeah, I think that's a good way of putting it. It was enlightening. I'm trying so hard. You've got this, Judah. You've got this. VIP Ellie says, hi, Judah. Okay, so we are talking Florence, Scovel, Shinn, the game of life and how to play it. Wow, Mrs. K, what perfect timing for that question. Florence, Scovel, Shinn, the game of life and how to play it is what we're chatting about today. And hopefully we can finish it. We've been talking about this book for quite some time, but it's because like some days I'm all into the book and other days I'm not. So let's do the dang thing. So this chapter is called Denials and Affirmations on a Friday morning. Yes, we are. Denials and Affirmations. That's what we're talking about. VIP Catherine says, received the exact message I needed to answer something I had been wrestling with. I love that. VIP Catherine, if you have your fingers free, can you just write like read the Akashic Record journey or something? And then that way I can screenshot it and make it look nice for a promotion material. Yeah, it was powerful. She starts off this conversation. Let me see what I've highlighted. And yeah, so I guess I'm going to have to give you some of the context first. Okay, so let's start at the beginning of the chapter. Let me at least screenshot this one. Yeah, it was powerful. I mean, if I could jump in and just witnessing it for everybody, it was powerful. And of course, during the journey, I was sending energy, like energy healing and stability and strength. And so I think that's, yeah, it was a beautiful experience. And I'm glad I got to be a part of all of it with all of you. So, all right. So she starts the book the chapter Denials and Affirmations like this. Akashic Records receive the exact, thank you. Oh, you retyped it all. Thanks, Catherine. You're the best. I appreciate that. She says, Florence, Scovel, Shinn, the game of life and how to play it. All the good that is to be made manifest in man's life is already an accomplished fact in divine mind, and is released through man's recognition or spoken word, so he must be careful to decree that only the divine idea be made manifest, for often he decrees through his idle words failure or misfortune. On a Friday. On a Friday, Florence. The kids are using the bathroom. There you go. VIP Catherine. VIP Catherine's at school today. Awesome. 111. Welcome to the chat. Thanks for the follow. I'll read it again, you guys, on a Friday morning. Sorry we're going here, but we're trying to finish the book already, okay? She says, all the good that is to be made manifest in man's life is already an accomplished fact in divine mind, and is released through man's recognition or spoken word, so he must be careful to decree that only the divine idea be made manifest, for often he decrees through his idle words failure or misfortune. What does that mean? What does that mean? I mean, she's basically revisiting the idea that the words you speak have power, and it's quite often that if you are not aware of the conversations you are having, because people, it's so obvious, people will just talk because they want to talk. They want to be heard. Maybe they're not heard at home, so they talk at the office. Maybe they don't talk maybe they want to be heard at the office, so whatever. You get the point. People want to be heard. And if you're not being heard somewhere in your life, sometimes you just talk just to talk. And oftentimes the talking is complaining or it's low vibrational conversation. And she's reminding us that we are releasing what we desire that is already accomplished in the ethers and the energy swirling around us, anything we desire is already there. It's already a success. But oftentimes we're speaking out the problem with it, or what's going wrong in our lives, versus finding the silver lining, finding the positive perspective, flipping the script, releasing the story, whatever it is. And so we often, through our idle words, right? You call up your friend, oh my gosh, girl, and then he did this, and then can you believe this? And it's that kind of conversation that is really detrimental to you manifesting your best life. VIPE, good morning. That's okay. You can pop in for a second all you want. VIPE, you could always watch me if you're at work and at a desk without meetings. You could watch me on YouTube at I'm Lindsay with Love. So that way you can have like the desktop going and like nobody needs to know kind of a vibe. I used to watch YouTube videos all day while I was at work when I used to work in corporate. Like I would always have like tarot, astrology, something going in the background. All right. She goes on to say, it is therefore of the utmost importance to word one's demands correctly, as stated in a previous chapter. We already talked about using our words to create, right? She says, if one desires a home, friend, position, or any other good thing, make the demand for the divine selection. For example, Infinite Spirit, open the way for my right home, my right friend, my right position. I give thanks, it now manifests under grace in a perfect way. She says the latter part of the statement, in other words, the latter part that says, I give thanks, it now manifests under grace in a perfect way, is the most important. For example, I knew a woman who demanded $1,000. Her daughter was injured and they received $1,000 indemnity. So it did not come in a perfect way. The demand should have been worded this way. Infinite Spirit, I give thanks that the $1,000, which is mine by divine right, is now released and reaches me under grace in a perfect way. I highlighted this section. As one grows in a financial consciousness, he should demand that the enormous sums of money, which are his by divine right, reach him under grace in perfect ways. Now, you notice the beginning of this sentence says, as one grows in a financial consciousness. So if you're not quite there yet, where you don't realize that the universe is abundant for every single soul on the planet, that your money is your money, that the rich people aren't taking from the poor, that's not real, that is a limiting belief that must be deleted. Everybody has their own pie, and you can put as much money in the pie as you want. And then you're open to receiving your money. Let me get caught up with the comments. Poodle, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the chat. VIP Jewel says, pop on the AirPod. That's how I get away with it as a government employee. There you go. VIP says, thought about it many times. My mornings are pretty loud. A lot of running around. Yeah. Such is life. It's okay, VIP. You can always catch me on replay on YouTube. She goes on to say, it is impossible for man to release more than he thinks is possible. For one is bound by the limited expectancies of the subconscious. He must enlarge his expectancies in order to receive in a larger way. So I was working with a client the other day, and we're working through some things, and we realized a big kind of aha moment 2 months ago, that she was like, once this manifests, then I'll have to deal with all of this. And I was like, whoa, 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 what do you mean we're gonna have to deal with all of this? And she's like, well, I'll have to deal with this and this and this. And it was all kind of low vibe. And I was like, well, maybe that's the reason, this dealings that you think are going to happen, that you are basically assuming to happen, are causing resistance to even allow the manifestation to come to fruition. So let's not worry about what's going to happen after you receive what you want. Let's receive what we want first and see how it plays out. So we got rid of that limiting belief, and things were good. And then just this past couple of days on Tuesday night, we were back with this conversation, and then there was another kind of thing that felt a little sticky, and she vocalized it to me, and I was like, well, here's your problem. You're playing the game of life too small. You're playing too small. If you start to limit yourself, of course, you're going to get your limit. But if you believe that your income streams are, your financial flow is abundant, limitless and abundance and constantly coming to you with ease, then of course that's going to be the way. Now, if you have been struggling with limiting beliefs around money, it's not going to happen overnight. It really isn't. So you can release this idea that it's just going to be one flip of the switch and life is going to be good. If you have like the craziest mental fortitude, probably, but if you have limiting beliefs that you're struggling with, then likely you don't have the crazy mental fortitude for that, right? And that's okay. Who cares? It doesn't really matter. Just start working every single day on it now so you can really start to delete the limiting belief. It took me probably 2.5 years to delete one of my limiting beliefs around money. Like, that's just being real, and I'm a very spiritual person, but the belief was very strong, and it was instilled in me in a very young age. And I'm not upset with myself for 2.5 years of potentially missing out on money. I'm proud of myself that I stayed consistent for those 2.5 years so I could delete it. So now at this time in life, all the money can flow to me that I want, right? And so rather than giving up and saying just screw it, don't do that. Just keep going, right? Just keep going. Have a great day, VIPE. Lola says, Guardian Angel, Spirit Guide, thank you for finding prosperity, success in the most positive ways. I love that. Sending, yeah. Bex, hey Bex, good morning, my friend. So as one grows in financial consciousness, so it could take a little bit of time. If you've been at the same salary for 10 years, and every time you get a new job, you end up at that same salary, and you're not giving yourself a raise every time you get a new job, even if the title is better or whatever, you might have to work for a bit of time, consistent effort, to expand your financial consciousness. But once again, anyone can expand their energy, anyone can change their subconscious programming, anyone can release their limiting beliefs. How bad do you want to do it? It's going to require this area of my life sucks so bad that I'm willing to put in the work consistently to change it. And until it sucks so bad, you're not going to change it. And it just is kind of human nature, you know, it just is. Yes, working on that statement, Lala says. Dana says, how do you recognize what the limiting belief is around money? Oh, well, there could be many. I mean, what are your beliefs around money? Start there, and then start to pay attention to which ones are limiting. My parents told me that I have to work really hard to make a lot of money. I don't feel like I work a single day in my life. I'm having so much fun with my life. Yes, is my business, if somebody were to look on the outside in and say, Lindsay's working today, yes, that would look like work. But for me, I'm fueled by passion, and I'm really excited about everything I'm doing all the time. So it doesn't feel like work for me. But for somebody who's not into it, it might feel like work for them, right? So you have to work hard to earn a dollar. That was one of them. Money doesn't grow on trees. We never have enough. Those were my big three. But there's so many, right? My VIP Jewel says, my belief around money is that I need more of it. How about instead of saying I need more of it, which kind of implies that you never have enough, right? You could say something like, money is always effortlessly and easily flowing to me in abundance. Something like that, right? And I know it's semantics, VIP Jewels, but if you are believing that you need more of it, then that belief, I need more, technically implies at an energetic level that you don't have enough. Okay, you write it in your journal that it flows to you easily. Okay, good. So let's keep going. She says, so I'm going to give you a little bit of backstory, and then I'm going to give you what I highlighted. She says, every man has within himself a gold nugget. It is in his consciousness of gold, of opulence, which brings riches into his life. In making his demands, man begins at his journey's end. That is, he declares he has already received. And then she quotes from the Bible, before ye call, I shall answer. Now remember, Florence Scovel Shinn looks at the Bible and she changes it to energy. So sometimes we have to look at religious texts to gain wisdom and knowledge, but this doesn't mean that we have to follow them so strictly, okay? So God, source, universe, creator, love, whatever you want to call it in Lindsay's land. She says, continually affirming establishes a belief in the subconscious. I highlighted this. It would not be necessary to make an affirmation more than once if one had perfect faith. One should not plead or supplicate, but give thanks repeatedly that he has received. We talk about this a lot inside the Manifesting Club when people are asking for the same confirmation, the same manifestation. We talk about it inside the Cosmic Collective. We talk about if you had perfect faith, you would know that if you asked one time, that would be enough. It's hard for people to have perfect faith, I understand, of course, right? It's a programming, another programming that we have to work through. So rather than asking for the same thing over again, ask for it one time and then train yourself to say, thank you, God, Source, Universe, Creator, for sending this to me. Thank you, God, Source, Universe, Creator, for bringing this into my reality. Thank you, God, Source, Universe, Creator, for bringing this to life for me, to bringing it to fruition for me. Thank you, God, Source, Creator, for me being XYZ, whatever you want to be, an expert in my field. Thank you, God, Source, Universe, Creator, for me having millions of dollars in the bank. Thank you, God, Source, whatever, right? Just pick all of them. Send your wish and then thanks. One time. One time. So I guess I'll need to read some backstories here. Okay, so I'll keep reading because the backstory goes with the next section that I highlighted. Patty P, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the chat. Kelly Beauty Thrive, welcome. Thanks for being here. I'm a money magnet, Lala. There you go. Yep, all good ones, you guys. So she goes on to say, the desert shall rejoice and blossom as the rose. She says, this rejoicing which is yet in the desert meaning the state of consciousness, opens the way for release. The Lord's Prayer is in the form of command and demand. She goes on to say, give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And it ends in praise, for thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. If you're Catholic and you are releasing your religion, sorry, that might be triggering. Concerning the work of my hands, command ye me. She says, so prayer is a command and demand, praise and thanksgiving. The student's work is in making himself believe that with God, all things are possible. Or if you are struggling with the word God because of religious constructs as a child or whatever, you say source, universe, creator, love, all that is. Give it a silly name if it helps. Frankie, Lisa, I don't know, whatever. Lisa Frank, how about that? Really pick anything. She says, this is easy enough to state in the abstract, but a little more difficult when confronted with a problem. For example, it was necessary for a woman to demonstrate a large sum of money within a stated time. She knew she must do something to get a realization, for realization is manifestation, and she demanded a lead. We talked about the leads a couple of weeks ago, maybe a couple of days ago. She was walking through a department store when she saw a very beautiful pink enamel paper cutter. Sounds nice. She felt the pull towards it, so she was kind of being magnetized towards it. The thought came, I haven't a paper cutter good enough to open letters containing large checks. So she bought the paper cutter, which the reasoning mind would have called an extravagance. When she held it in her hand, she had a flash of a picture of herself opening an envelope containing a large check, and in a few weeks she received the money. The pink paper cutter was her bridge of active faith. So working with my private clients, sometimes I say, go out and purchase XYZ. We hear these stories all the time. Somebody's looking for their soulmate, but the whole side of the bed where the soulmate might lie their head is cluttered with books and papers because the person falls asleep reading their books and their studies and whatever. So they clear off the side of the bed and they make energetic space for their soulmate to come. Somebody wants to get a new house and they can't wait for their new home. So they go out and they buy some new kitchen towels, something so small. It doesn't have to be big and serious. When we were trying to leave our LA house and sell it to move to Las Vegas during COVID, I told my partner, I was like, this part of the bathroom needs to be fixed. It absolutely needs to be fixed. So let's fix it really quickly. Let's caulk the shower. We had a piece missing. And when we do, that's our demonstration. That's us telling God, Source, Universe, Creator, we are ready. For those of you that have been hanging out with me long enough, you know that I'm building out an entire new back end of my website. That's why it crashed last night. And this back end of my website is going to create more passivity in my business. I'm telling, by doing this big project for my website, I'm telling God, Source, Universe, Creator, I'm ready to have more passive income streams. I want to make the money in my sleep. I don't want to have to do much work for it. I've already done the work, right? I've set up the systems, I've created the courses, all the things, okay? So what is the demonstration that you could do? Or for this lady, she was pulled to this paper cutter. Her demonstration was that she bought it. It might seem a little extravagant, but she wants to have her big checks being opened by a very nice paper cutter. Now remember, this book is written in 1925, I think, so but I think that's nice. I've often thought about getting like a gold paper cutter, but I don't really get mail. Everything is paperless now. So she says, many stories are told of the power of the subconscious when directed in faith. For example, A man was spending the night in a farmhouse. The windows of the room had been nailed down, and in the middle of the night he felt suffocated and made his way in the dark to the window. He could not open it, so he smashed the pane with his fist, drew in draughts of fine fresh air, and had a wonderful night's sleep. The next morning, he found he had smashed the glass of a bookcase, and the window had remained closed during the whole night. He had supplied himself with oxygen simply by the thought of his oxygen. And then I highlighted this. When a student starts out to demonstrate, he should never turn back. Let not that man who wavers think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. So we talk about having a plan B. I'm gonna be the most successful entrepreneur, but every day I'm gonna check Indeed.com to make sure that if I need to get a job, I can get one. Let's forget about that, right? So what is it for you? What is the back burner plan? I really want this relationship to work with this person I've been dating for 2 years, and I want to go deeper in our vulnerability, but I'm still talking to my ex every 5 months just to see what they're up to. Back burner plan, right? So, PFPLA says, LOL, Lisa Frank. Well, I was like, Frankie, Lisa, and then I was like, well, Lisa Frank. Mermaid Soul 8, if you build it, they will come. I'm making a space for a coworker. There you go, exactly. So, a student once made this wonderful statement. When I ask the Father for anything, I put my foot down and I say, Father, I'll take nothing less than I've asked for, but more. So man should never compromise. Having done all, stand. This is sometimes the most difficult time of demonstrating. The temptation comes to give up, to turn back, to compromise, right? And so we talk about sending out our desires to God, Source, Universe, Creator, and then something comes. Say you have a desire that has four things that you really want in it. It must be this, 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 and this. And something comes along the way and it has this and this, but it's missing this and this. If you were to say, thank you, oh my gosh, you are still dissatisfied because you only have 50% of your desire. But what you've done by accepting it, instead of saying, I'm going to turn it away because I know something better is on its way because I've asked for these 4 things, not just these 2 things. What happens when you accept that is you're basically telling the energy, hey, I'm going to accept less than what I want. And it's confusing because God, Source, Universe, Creator wants to send you exactly what you want, not half of what you want, not a little bit of what you want, exactly, precisely what it is you desire. So I think about it in terms of maybe like a partner, maybe you're dating a couple people at the same time because you're single and you're finding a match, and you have one person who has 3 out of the 5 things and you have one person that has 2 out of the 5 things, and you're like, oh, I'll just take the one that has 3 out of the 5 things because it's closer to what I really want. But really what you're doing is a disservice to yourself, because had you waited maybe 2 more weeks, you would have gotten the person that has all the things, right? So it's that mindfulness and it's the faith that is required when you're standing in that position, because you're waiting patiently and you're waiting, and sometimes you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting and you're wondering, when is it going to come? But if you hold the faith, it will. She goes on to say, he also serves who only stands and waits. I highlighted this. Demonstrations often come at the 11th hour because man then lets go. That is, stops reasoning, and infinite intelligence has a chance to work. Man's dreary desires are answered drearily, and his impatient desires long delayed or violently fulfilled. So what does that tell us? We have got to be patient. We have got to trust. That is the let go part, right? That's why things do come at the 11th hour. It's like right when I was ready to give up, all of a sudden this happened for me. How many times have you had that story happen for you, or you hear somebody tell a story like that? It's like right when I was ready to, and then all of a sudden. Well, all of a sudden, because you finally gave up, you finally were questioning when it was going to come. You finally took your senses off of your physical reality long enough to say, okay, it is what it is. But too much, we're all focused in on these 5 senses, which are beautiful because they help us experience life, but they also kind of screw us over, because if we're so tapped into them, we look around and say, well, where is it? I asked, where is it? Where is it? And as we continue to look around, that is us being impatient rather than going on with our day. So that's why if you guys hung out with me at the very beginning, if you were an OG, you know that I crochet. I'm still kind of, I know how to knit, but it's still kind of a choppy process for me. But I crochet because it helps me pass the time when I'm manifesting something that I've placed the perspective on as big. It takes my mind off of it because I don't want to be full in super emotionally attached, because that just slows down the process, right? Because we're looking and we're looking, where is it? When's it coming to us? VIP Ellie says, the saying for the anxiety part and what you were saying by trusting it will all work out in time. Wait, oh, sorry. VIP Alley, question, sorry, I need to scroll up. Just got finished with the mountain as you, and she actually says to make a plan so you won't have anxiety about the things. My question is, where is the energy balance between what she is saying for the anxiety part and what you're saying by trusting it will all work out on time? Well, maybe rather like a plan, like from a time, I read that book like years ago, so I don't have it in my brain like super fresh, but a plan from like a timing perspective. At the end of the day, like, so Allie, can you help me with that part? I like to build a system, because if I build a system to create a consistency in my life, and I know I'm consistent towards something, I will achieve that goal. In other words, it will come into manifested reality. For example, my system is that I walk every single day. And you'll see in my vlog this week that I walked in my fuzzy slippers because I was too lazy to walk anywhere else or however else. But I still walk. Something like that, right? So I create a system. It could be like the same idea as a plan. I kind of stopped putting time frames on any of my plans because it's not my job to know when it's going to come. It's just my job to assume it will come, assuming I keep doing these things. Does that help? Create a system. You can read the book... other than being famous, Scott Adams, other than being famous for Dilbert comics, and other than being famous for being canceled, and which he loves talking about, he wrote a book, Scott Adams, How to Lose at Anything and Still Win Big, or something like that. Book. How to Fail at Almost Anything, Everything, and Still Win Big. How to Fail at Almost Everything and Still Win Big, and that was quite a profound book that I read. Sure, she was saying basically if you stress about something, it is inhibiting you from succeeding. Right, well, yeah, of course. So the question then is, well, if you're stressing, then you're not trusting. So that's right there, kind of the answer, right? In your goals, so plan it for you won't have anxiety and it'll stick to the part until you go for your goals. So plan for it, you won't have anxiety, and it will unstick that part so you can go for your goals. I see, yeah. I would say, what is the goal? For anybody that's listening, what is the goal? For me, one of my goals is to be more fit, my body. So one of the things I do as part of achieving that goal every single day is to get my steps in. That's the system, this is the goal. So without a system in place, the goal will not be reached, right? So you can call it a plan, but I like a system better because a system means that you have to do all the things in the system to work. So another part of the system is I'm very mindful about my food choices, right? Because that's part of the system. So the system is my steps, my other exercises, my yoga on Sunday mornings, and my food choices. That's the whole system for the goal, which is body is going to be more fit. So then the system for the business succeeding, making more money in my business, is create more passivity in the business, create products that customers really like, work on it every single day, promote every single day, go live on TikTok every single day. These are systems that I'm consistent in almost every single day. So that's all those chunks are part of the system. The goal is to succeed. Grow every single month, month over month, kind of a vibe, right? So pick anything, it could be anything. Relationship with your love partner, okay? So communication daily and respectfully is part of the system. Date night on Friday nights or whatever you guys like to do. Spending time in nature once a week. Doing something new once a month that you both have never done together to go deeper in your connection. It's part of the system. And if you do it consistently, the goal will be achieved. Making sure rent and bills are not paid. I need to learn to have anxiety about making sure rent and bills get paid. So the desire, Bex, or the goal is more money flow, increase in your income perhaps, or something like that. And then what are the consistencies within inside the system that have to happen? And by the way, the consistencies can be, this system has daily requirements, it has weekly requirements, it has monthly requirements. You can create it however you want, it's your system. So do what you can do without failing and falling out of integrity. So daily steps. Weekly, my mindfulness around food consumption is more of a weekly thing. Like if I have an off day where I eat like way more carbs than I typically do, or I eat a little bit bad compared to normal, then I wouldn't say that like I failed that day because it's more of like a weekly overall like 80-20 thing, right? For me, yoga is Sunday mornings. That's kind of a weekly thing because I only go once and it's on Sunday mornings. Do you see? So it can be monthly, it can be weekly, it can be bi-weekly, whatever you want, but create the system. Don't make it super complex. It doesn't have to be super complex. Pick a couple of things that you can stay consistent at. And when you're consistent in your life, you will win. You will absolutely win. I know because I used to be very inconsistent and I used to think I could just meditate myself straight into the best life ever. And yes, meditation is very key. It's vital, but you still need to take aligned actions towards your goals, your physical goals. Now, if my goal is to deepen my spirituality, then meditation consistently would be what I have to do. Right? We talked about this the other day. But if my goal is to have multi-million-dollar businesses or income streams, then just meditating every day is not going to cut it. I have to have other actions that I must take. Good morning, Court. Welcome to the chat. I hope that helps, VIP Ellie. All right, you guys. We still are not finished with Florence, Scovel, Shinn. All right, well, I guess Monday's a new day. Let's see what we got to. We got to 93%, so we're almost there. Good morning, Court. I think I said hello to you, but good morning. So we're almost there. But now it is time because I promised myself I would end these lives at 10, and we have VIP people on this call who would like to manifest together and get on the energetic wave. If you are a VIP, which means you are a subscriber to this channel for $4.99, we're going to switch over to your special Wednesday through Friday manifesting an energetic wave. If you are not a VIP, now is the time to click this button up here and join for $4.99 a month only. And you will get manifesting Monday through Friday with me and the energetic wave. As a non-VIP, you get it Monday and Tuesday for free, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is my VIPs. All right, Moore's Garden, thank you for the subscribe. For the rest of you, have a great weekend. I will see you back here on Monday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Reminder to Cosmic Collective members that are hanging out, we have a Cosmic Collective spiritual Q&A on the 21st, next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Next Tuesday at 8 p.m. And thanks, Patty. Have a great weekend. And for those that are not inside the Cosmic Collective, you might want to check that out. I do also write astrology reports. I have energy healing courses and much more on lindsaywithlove.com. And I will see you guys all Monday. Have a great day, Bex. I'll see you inside the Discord or wherever. Bye. All right, guys, we'll go over to subscriber only now. And to my YouTubers that are hanging out on YouTube, hopefully soon enough I will be able to figure this out on YouTube so that everybody can participate no matter what platform you're streaming on. But until now, I cannot figure that out for myself. I think I need to get to 500 subscribers. So thanks for being here. I will see you on Monday morning as well.